Hi, this is Lauren, coming from the Yoga Salon. Join me for a Vinyasa flow class today. We're going to start sitting. I encourage you to grab a block or a blanket to sit on. So you can sit with your shoulders balanced over the hips and the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And just take a couple big deep breaths in through the nose, draw the air in towards the back of the throat, either closing the eyes or looking downward so all of your senses start to tune in, your eyes, your ears. Hear the air as it gently brushes past the back of the throat. Filling the lungs, long, slow, deep inhales, steady, deep, even exhales. And we'll start with a breathing exercise to balance the right and the left sides of the brain and the body. Alternate nostril breathing. You're going to use your ring finger and your thumb. You can use whichever hand is dominant. The other two fingers either fold down or you can just place them on the center of the forehead. So I want you to cover the left nostril and inhale through the right. Cover both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Cover both. Exhale right. Inhale right. Cover both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Cover both. Exhale right. Inhale right. Cover both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Cover both. Exhale right. Release the right hand and inhale through both. And exhale through both. simply interlace the fingers and take them onto the back of the head. And you're going to lean back towards your tailbone and drop the chin in towards the chest and just let the elbows fall in so the back is round and draw the navel in towards the spine. Take a few breaths here. So don't pull or yank on your head, just let it bend forward, just stretch forward. You might even take a little turn with the chin, exploring the back of the neck. And then come sitting up tall and let the shoulders move up over the hips. And then pull the elbows open like wings, like you're opening your heart up towards the sky, letting the ribs pop forward, and take a couple breaths there. And pull the elbows open a little bit deeper with the inhale. And then exhale, lean back. Roll back towards the tailbone and sit up and inhale, arch. Do that twice more. Exhale, lean back towards the tailbone, take the chin in and pull the elbows open and inhale, come on up. And once more, exhale, lean back. And sit tall and inhale, expand the chest. And then come to neutral again, so the shoulders are over the hips, the spine is long. Let the palms turn out towards the ceiling and press up. Imagine you're balancing a tray up on your palms. You're trying to push the palms as flat up towards the ceiling as you can. Keep the shoulders in place so the shoulders aren't up around the ears. Just a couple more breaths, trying to bring the wrists over the shoulders, balancing the shoulders over the hips. And then push up, 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 and let the hands drift to the left. And then bend both elbows so you stretch your right shoulder and tricep. And then inhale, press the palms up again. And take the hands out in front of the shoulders. Turn the palms towards you. And see my left hand is on top. Switch the fingers, just slide them all over once so the other hand comes on top. Flip the palms out. And then reach up again. Just pressing the palms up towards the ceiling. Balancing the tray. Wrists up over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. And reach up, up, up. And let the hands drift a little bit towards the right. And then bend the elbows so you're stretching out the left shoulder and tricep. And breathe here. Inhale, press up once again. And exhale, let the hands float down. And switch the leg cross since we've been sitting this way for a little while. So put the other foot on top or in the front. Take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Take the right hand behind you. Inhale, sit tall and take a twist. Crown the head up towards the ceiling. Look to the side or around to the back. And sit a little taller, twist a little deeper. Inhale, exhale, release, and twist the other way. Take the right hand to the left knee, left hand to the floor. Sit tall, inhale, and twist around. and inhale. And exhale, release. I'm going to take the blanket out now. So if you're sitting on something, you might also want to remove it. And we're going to exhale, lean back, kind of like we did with the hands behind the head. But this time rotate the ribs to the right. Inhale, come forward, do a full circle with the rib cage. And exhale back. And inhale forward. And exhale, lean back. To the right and inhale forward. And to the left. And exhale, lean back in reverse. Go to the left. And to the front, and to the right, and back. And twice more. To the side, and to the front, and exhale back. And then to the left side, and inhale front. And exhale, lean back. And then sit tall. And take the legs out in front of you. And give a little shake out. Open the right knee wide for Janusharshasana. Face the left leg. Inhale. And exhale, come forward. So one hand on each side of the leg. Or if you can reach the foot, you can reach and grab the foot. But don't force anything. Just ease into the stretch. And then inhale, come on up. And take the left leg open to the side like this. The right foot tucked in. Slide the left hand down the left leg, take the right arm up, and do a side bend. Try to keep the right sit bone down, so hips level. And then inhale, come on up. And bring the left foot back, tuck it in. And you want the knee to point towards the front as opposed to all the way out to the side like this, because we're going to stretch into the quadricep and the top of the foot. You might want to sit back on something again, so feel free to grab a block or to grab a blanket. And that might be as far as you go, okay? See how the foot does. If the foot is very tight, this blanket's a little big, but a sock or something under the ankle can help. Now those of you who can sit here pretty comfortably, maybe start to tuck under, or ease back, or come to the elbows, or if you're able to, lay all the way back. So everyone will be a little bit different with this. Grab the elbows, note which forearm is on top. My right one's on top, so I'm going to switch it when we do the other side and lay back. And then to come back up, take the hands down. The arms will be a little bit of support. Tuck the chin in, and then press into the elbows. And bring yourself on up. Take the left leg out. If you feel any stiffness in the knee, give it a little shake. Take the right leg forward. Pull the left knee open wide for Janusharshasana. Sit tall to face the right leg. Inhale. And exhale, start to fold forward. One hand on each side of the foot. So the chin is aiming towards the inside of the shin. Or if you can reach and grab the foot, you're welcome to take the foot. But again, don't yank or pull. Just see where you get. Naturally, just surrendering into the stretch. move forward as the right leg goes open to the side. Slide the right hand down the right leg, take the left arm up, and do a side bend. Keeping the left shoulder stacked over the right, so make sure it doesn't become a forward bend. And then inhale up and fold the right foot in. Tuck it in. Again, put something under the ankle if you need it, or sit up on a block. So your whole pose could be just this. If that's challenging for the leg, or sitting on a blanket. For some of you, like me, it's pretty easy for me to sit this way, so I'll start to lean back, or ultimately lay all the way back, tucking under as I go to get it out of my lower back and into my quadricep. And this time I'll take the left forearm over the right and stretch out the shoulders. Take the hands down, you'll use the elbows for a little bit of support. Tuck the chin in, and then use your core and your arms to come back up. Take the right leg out, give it a little shake. You can give both legs a little shake here. And then inhale, reach the arms up. This is a kind of funny looking movement, but it's to stabilize the pelvis. Just walk yourself back. In Dandasana and forward. You're also massaging your hamstrings and back. And come forward one more time. And then just come to Dandasana and take the hands down. Lean back into Navasana. So if you can, straighten the legs. If this is too strenuous, bend the knees or even hold the legs too. Gaze towards the big toes. 3, 4, 5, and move on over to your hands and knees. And if you have sensitive knees, you can use the blanket under your knees or double up your mat. Bring the hands right under the shoulders. Make sure the weight's across the whole palm of the hand, and press it into cat tilt. Tuck the chin in, tuck the tailbone in, spread the shoulder blades wide, breathe here. And then bend the back. You might even soften the elbows and pull the chest through. Tilt the sit bones up into dog tilt, or also called cow tilt. And then just move through those two shapes, exhaling into cat, bending and inhaling into dog. And exhale into cat. Inhale into dog. Take one more time each direction. And then press up into cat and leaving the hands out in front of you. Pull back like you're going to child's pose, but we're staying a little bit active with this. You might even walk the hands out in front. And then come up still in cat. And let the hips start to move forward
towards the wrists, you're sort of naturally going to have to move in the opposite direction when the hips come down with the chest still up. And then exhale, lower down, and come into Sphinx pose for about 5 breaths. Bring the elbows under the shoulders, separate the wrists so the forearms are parallel. 2. Lifting the chest up, pulling the elbows back to pull the chest out towards the front. 3. Squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other to try to open up your sternum. 4. And then slide the hands back by the rib cage, so the elbows are over the wrists. The wrists are under the elbows. Squeeze the elbows towards each other and lift the shoulders up to elbow height. So you're already in a baby cobra. You might stay with something around here, or peel yourself up into cobra, Bhujangasana. Shoulders down, chest forward, elbows in. Or you can press the arms straight, roll over the tops of the feet, lift the thighs, point the toes, bring the chest up, coming into upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And this being the first down dog, just see what the calves and the feet and the shoulders and the hamstrings are feeling like in this pose. Making sure that you're using the whole hand, so don't get into the habit of just letting all of the weight sink into the wrists. So get those hands strong, a good strong foundation. I like to stretch all the toes. It's good for the toes, good for the arches of the feet. Open up the calves and the Achilles. And then shift forward to plank pose. And from here you can lower down to the floor, or if you can hover, come into chaturanga, bend the elbows without lowering all the way to the floor. Go to cobra or roll over the toes again to up dog. And lift from the lower belly to downward facing dog. And then walk or jump if you want to, your feet up to the front of the mat, to where the hands are. Inhale, take a little lift in the chest. And exhale, fold forward to Uttanasana. And then push down to come on up. Inhale, sweeping the arms open. And exhale, Samastitihi. Lower the arms to the side or bring them to Namaste, and we'll flow into Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, bring the arms up. Open up and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Bend the knees, plant the hands down, step or jump back to Chaturanga. Or to the mat. If you can't do chaturanga, up dog or cobra, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale for 5 breaths. 1. And 2. Try to rebalance hands and feet, right and left. And exhale, walk or jump forward. Inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come on up, arms up, open to the side, or take the hands right down the middle. And do that twice more. Inhale, sweep the arms up, open up and exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Step or jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. And lift from the lower belly, exhale to downward facing dog. And breathe, inhale. Exhale, 1. And 2. strong in the palms. Feet parallel. 4. And then feel the hands. Walk or jump up to the hands. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. And again, open to the side. Or take the hands right down the middle. And once more, inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Step or jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog, and Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. This time in down dog, take both heels towards your right. So I'm on the outside of my right foot and I'm on the inside of my left foot, but I'm still pulling the hips up and back, like a down dog, like a little crooked down dog with a stretch on the left side. Trying to keep the weight as even as possible in the hands. And then switch that out. Take both heels to the left. I'm on the inside of my right foot and the outside of the left foot. Stretching out the right waist. Center the feet again, swing them to the right once again, and then shift the shoulders over the palms like a plank pose. Inhale, your crooked plank pose, and push it back. Exhale, there's 1. And inhale, forward, and take it back 2. And do that one more time. Inhale, come forward, and push it back 3. And then inhale, come forward, and come off with the left hand. So I'm on my right hand. Now, if at this point it's too much, just take your right knee down. Okay? We're going to keep both feet down for the moment. Bend the knees and take a sweeping circle around 1. And take that again. Bend the knees and circle around 2. And bend the knees. Circle around and land with your hand up. 3. So the wrist up over the shoulder. And again, you can have the right knee down. If you can go a little harder, stronger, maybe stack the left foot on the right, or maybe take the left leg up. If you can take the toe, you can come into the full expression, Vashisthasana or Vivasmitrasana. And come back to down dog. And take the heels to the left. And shift forward to plank pose. Inhale, crooked plank, and exhale 1. And forward, inhale, and exhale 2. And forward, inhale, and exhale, push it back 3. And come forward, inhale, and come off of the right hand. If you need to, take the left knee down, and you'll just do the arms. And then bend the knees and circle around 1. And bend the knees and circle it around 2. And bend the knees, circle around till the wrist is up over the shoulder 3. And maybe stack or raise the right leg up. And come back into downward facing dog. And walk or jump forward. Inhale, lift the chest up and fold. And we're going to give the wrists a little break. Separate the feet and a little therapy. Slide the palms right under the feet. You can even massage your wrists a little bit with the toes. Padahastasana. You can massage the palms of the hands with the balls of the feet. Stretching out the back and the hamstrings, allowing the neck to stretch by letting the head just hang. And then take the hands out from under the feet. Move the feet back together again. Bend the knees and come into chair pose. Sit back towards the heels for 5 breaths, looking forward or up. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, and stand up. And samastiti. And inhale to chair pose again, uttakasana. And fold forward, uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest up. Step or jump to chaturanga, exhale. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, inside the right hand. And take about 5 breaths here. You can keep the knee straight, or you can drop the knee down. Just stretch into the quadricep and the hip flexors. And if you bend the knee, take the back leg straight, turn the back heel down to the floor, plant the back foot down, bend the front knee, square the shoulders, and lift up to Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1, for 5 breaths, looking straight ahead or up. 1. Pull the navel in towards the spine, 2, spread out the feet wide, and 3. 4. And take the hands down. Step to plank pose. So you could go right to down dog here or go through one of the flows. Chaturanga or lowering to the floor. And step the left foot forward. And again, just stretch for about 5 breaths. Whatever you did on the first side, if the knee was straight, keep it straight. If it was bent, you can bend it down. Just stretch out the quad and the hip flexors. And then if you did take the knee down, straighten the leg, turn the heel down. Take a moment to get the weight even on both feet, as even as you can. Press into the outside of the back foot, square the shoulders, peel the chest up off of the thigh. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Looking forward or up for 5 breaths. And 3. 4. And take the hands down and step back to plank pose. And again, you could leave this flow out, the chaturanga, and go right to down dog, or lower chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and exhale downward facing dog. And then walk or jump forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, bend forward. Bend the knees, chair, uttakasana, and samastiti. And we'll put that all together into Surya Namaskara B. Inhale to chair pose. And fold forward, exhale. Lift the chest up. Inhale, step or jump back to chaturanga or to the floor. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, bring the right foot in to Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And downward facing dog, left foot forward, right heel down. To Virabhadrasana 1. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And then exhale, step the right foot forward again. Come into Virabhadrasana 1, inhale. And then open up to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, for 5 breaths. 1. Let the drishti be the right hand middle finger, so that's where your gaze goes to. The arms are parallel to the floor. And 3. The inner thighs gently opening up, shoulders relaxed. 4. And 5. And then stretch back. So you're stretching the right way. So the left hand can go down the leg, just don't push into the side of the knee. Or you can reach around behind your back too. 3. 4. 5. Straighten the right leg, come in a little bit closer. And reach forward for Trikonasana, Uttita Trikonasana, triangle pose. And you can lightly touch the leg, or maybe take the big toe, too. Or with the legs a little wider, maybe touch the floor. 3. 4. 5. Now inhale, come on up. And exhale, take reverse warrior, inhale, and exhale, come to triangle pose. Do that twice more, inhale up, exhale, stretch back, inhale up, and exhale, tip forward, and once more, inhale up, and exhale, stretch back, and inhale, come on up, and exhale, take triangle pose. We'll take a variation on this. Bring the left arm at an angle. And if you feel strong enough, take the right arm there as well. Just 3 breaths. And then inhale, come up. Take the feet parallel. Bring the hands to the hips. Prasarita Padottanasana, inhale. Bend down and touch the floor. And inhale and exhale, fold forward. Let the palms come down. Let the top of the head come down towards the floor, breathing. Try to have the weight even inside and outside the feet. And then inhale, come on up, halfway up. Take the hands to the hips, exhale. And stand up, turn the left leg out to exit. Bend the knee and take the hands down to the floor and make your way to down dog. And step the left foot forward. Take the right heel down. Come to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, inhale. And we're gonna open up to and hold Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2 for 5 breaths. 1. And 2. Gaze to the left hand middle finger. 3. 4. And 5. And reach back. 1. 2.
And straighten the left leg, coming a little bit narrower, and reach forward for Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. 1 and 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, stretch back. And inhale up. And exhale forward. Twice more. Inhale up. And exhale back. And inhale up. And exhale forward. And inhale up. And stretch it back. And inhale, come on up and exhale to triangle pose. And then bring the right arm long. And if you feel strong enough, take both arms there. And inhale up, parallel the feet. This time grab the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Lift the chest up, the sternum up, the hands down, fold forward. And bring the hands up and over. And if your hands are making it to the ground, you might flip the palms outward. And then change the finger cross. Inhale, come on up and turn the right leg out to exit. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Make your way to down dog. This time from down dog, take the right leg up behind you. You can open the hip if you want to, or you can keep the hip square. You can bend the lifted leg if you want to, if that gives you a nice stretch in the quad. And then straighten the leg with the inhale and exhale, step forward. We're going to go through the little flow we did before. Inhale to Virabhadrasana 1 and exhale to Virabhadrasana 2. Stretch it back, inhale and exhale, and straighten the leg to triangle pose. Inhale and exhale. And this time come back up, inhale, go back to Virabhadrasana 2 and move forward to Parsvakonasana, side angle. So bring the left arm at an angle in line with the left waist and leg. You might keep the elbow on the knee or take the hand to the ankle or maybe onto a block or onto the floor. And breathe. 3, 4. Now bring the left arm up and take the right elbow onto your knee. Reach around behind you. See if you can find either the inner thigh, and you might not be able to, you might just be reaching back, or maybe grab hands binding the right thigh. Roll the chest open towards the ceiling. And then start to straighten the leg like you're doing a bound triangle pose. And then turn the foot in and heel toe the feet a little bit narrower together. And then with the legs a little wider than the hips, to the best of your ability, straighten the legs and take a twist. Just pull the left arm open, binding the right leg. And then look through your legs again. Bring the legs a little bit closer and we'll come into bird of paradise on the right leg with the right leg up or standing left. So bind your right leg, balance on the left foot, and bring the right foot up. So if this isn't possible, you could just hold your knee. Just stand holding the knee. And if this is easy, if you're pretty flexible, you could try to grab the foot with the opposite hand. Bring it up. And then release it down. Step wide. And then take the hands down, back to Pranayama, which we did earlier. And inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. Inhale, stand up. Turn the left leg sideways to exit. Take the hands down, make your way to down dog. And we'll start side 2 by taking the left leg up. You can square off the hips or open the hip or bend the knee. And then inhale, straighten the leg, and exhale, step forward to Virabhadrasana 1, inhale. To Virabhadrasana 2, exhale. To reverse warrior, inhale, exhale. To triangle pose, inhale, and exhale. And back up, inhale to Virabhadrasana 2, moving into side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. So coaxing the left knee left, extend the right arm long. Try to have a straight line from the right arm to the right waist, to the right leg. If you can go a little deeper, moving the hand down. And then bring the right arm up, take the elbow to the knee. Reach around behind you, maybe grabbing the thigh, or maybe grabbing the hands, rolling the chest open. And start to straighten the leg out like you're going to a wide bound triangle pose. Rotate the left foot in, bring the legs a little bit closer together. And with the left leg bound, try to rotate the right shoulder open and twist. And look through the legs again. Bring the legs a little narrower so that you can get the weight onto your right foot. Binding the left leg. And again, you can either be holding the knee if you can't do the whole bind, or if you want to challenge your flexibility, try to grab it with the opposite hand. And set it back down. Come into Prasarita, Padottanasana. This time we'll take D, grab hold of the big toes, and fold forward. turn the right leg out to exit. And bring the hands down. Make your way to down dog. And then the last flow we'll do, bring the right knee into the chest. And then take the right leg across to the left. So we're going to take a twist, a couple of twists. First, just walk the right foot across to the left. So I'm keeping, you can see my back heel up. If it's too intense, you're going to let the back heel fall down. But it's kind of like revolved, a triangle pose in a way. We're using the floor as a prop. Twist towards your right and push the ball of the left foot down. And just stretch along the outside of the right leg, the IT band. And we're going to ease out of the twist for a moment. Take the right hand down. Take the left heel down and just stretch your hips up and open your chest up for 5 breaths. And now as the left hand comes down, pull the thigh back into the chest with an exhale and step on the right foot and step the left foot in a little bit closer. Straighten both legs to Parsvattanasana, fold forward. If you need blocks under the hands here, feel free to have your blocks handy. And then take the hands to the hips. Inhale, stand up. Sweep the arms up. And we'll do indeed revolved triangle pose, what we were emulating on the floor. Take the left hand down. Maybe you can reach the floor, or maybe a block inside or eventually outside the foot. Try to rotate the right shoulder over the left. So if you're a little more flexible in the hamstrings, maybe the hand is down on the floor, eventually to the outside. Steady breaths. Inhale. Take both hands down where we were a moment ago. One more time. Parsvattanasana. And step back. Make your way to down dog. And bring the left leg in. And across to the right side. And slide into the outside of the left leg. Pressing into the ball of the back foot, twist towards the left. So you're stretching out the left waist and the IT band along the outside of the leg. Breathe into where you feel the stretch the most intensely. And then take the left hand into the shoulder, take the right heel down, pop the hips up and just stretch open. And as the right hand comes down, use your core to pull the left thigh into the chest. Step on the foot. Step in a little bit closer. Straighten both legs. Parsvattanasana, using the blocks if you need them. Inhale, come on up. Sweep the arms up. Take the right arm forward, open up the left side, and take the right hand down, maybe to one of those blocks, or to your foot or leg, or eventually down to the floor. Use your back leg like an anchor. So press like crazy into the outside of the back foot, spreading the toes wide, and lift from the sternum. Lift your chest and press into the heel. Feel those two things kind of tugging away from each other. And one more inhale, back to Parsvottanasana pose. And for the last time this class, make your way to down dog. And we'll come to sit. You can walk forward or hop forward to a squat, or if you can hop through. Moving your props as you do it. And then just lay down on your back. Actually, we'll use one of those. And take a few moments. So we've been moving without stopping for a while. Just allow yourself to breathe and relax. So that they're in line with the outside of the hips, the heels in front of the sit bones. Lift your hips up. If you can, grab the hands beneath the back, work the shoulders open so you're on the back of the arms, the back of the head and the feet. Supta Bandha Savasana, bridge pose in a shoulder stand. So try to get the quads working more than the glutes. The glutes will engage a little bit, but you don't want to be gripping with your seat. Instead, press into the balls of the feet and try to engage your quadriceps. So you're not tensing up in the glutes and the low back. And then come down to rest. So you could take that pose again, or you might want to go a little more restorative. If you want, you can grab a block and do a supported bridge pose. Letting your sacrum come onto the block. And from here, if you want, you could walk the legs out in front. Stretching the quadriceps and the hip flexors. Some of you might be able to go to upward bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana, in which case you would take the hands onto the shoulders. I like to stop on the top of the head sometimes and lift the sternum up, squeeze the elbows in, and then push up straight. Everything up a little bit higher from where you are. If you're in bridge or upward bow, come on down. If you're in supported bridge on the block, you can stay there. And we'll take it one more time. So either one more bridge pose on the shoulders or one more upward bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana.
Make your way back down. Give the knees a little hug. So starting to counter the back bends, rock a little bit side to side. And then rock up to sit. Take the legs out in front. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, Paschimottanasana. And this Paschimottanasana coming at the end of practice, you can let the back round and let the head drop. Whereas earlier in the practice, I would have you encourage you more to lengthen the ribs forward, keeping the shoulders down and working out into a forward fold. But here we're doing it more as a balancing for the back bends. So feel free to just let the head drop. And we're also using it as an entry into finishing poses. So forward bends tend to be more introspective poses, more calming poses than, for example, the back bends, which are very stimulating. Now, if you practice shoulder stand, we'll go on to shoulder stand. If you don't, you could put a block under your back below and take your feet up. You could even move to the wall to do that, Viparita Karani. So if you're choosing Viparita Karani, take the block below. You could even use a blanket or a couple blankets and just stick your legs up. It's very soothing to put your feet up. The heart will slow down. Or if you can take shoulder stand, take shoulder stand. So a lot of people use a couple blankets. I'll show it just using this one for now. Or if you don't use blanket, that's okay. You can do it without. So you want your head off the blanket, your shoulders on. This will give me just a little bit more height. Kick the feet over. If you can do plow pose, then you can take it there. And a lot of people can't, so you'll just be about here and get the hands in position. If you can come to plow, then you can work at getting the shoulders more open. Take the hands onto the back and lift up, keeping the weight back on the elbows and on the shoulders. So you can see I can breathe, I can talk. And then slow down your breathing. The legs are active but not tense. So the legs active, let the lower back soften. It's very therapeutic for the lower back just to invert. Let the stress drain out of your lower back. And then slowly let the feet start to lower over the head. So again, if they don't make it to the floor, just keep your hands on the back. A lot of people, they won't. If they don't force them there. If they can, maybe you can interlace the fingers and stretch the arms away from your feet. You can also bend the knees towards the forehead or towards the side of the head. And then go back to plow. Here, feel free to roll down. For the Ashtangis in the room, practicing at home, or those who are comfortable with lotus, I'll show one other option. So you can come back up. If you can get your legs into lotus, from here, bring your legs into lotus, and take the hands onto the thighs. Urdhva Kritasana. And then bring that in, Indasana. And then we will join those who have already rolled down. And you can take fish pose, Matsyasana, either in lotus if you're in lotus or with your legs straight. So that arms are kind of hugging the body, they're close to the body. You're going to bring the chest up, release the head back. And those of you in lotus can reach up and grab the toes and then push the elbows down towards the floor, opening up the chest. One more challenging pose. Take the palms together, 45 degrees. Take the legs together, 45 degrees. Still in fish. And then lower down. And on your back, take a moment, just kind of assess how things feel. And if there's something that you really want to adjust, like giving the knees a hug or taking a twist, for me, I'm going to move someone on the edge of the blanket. If you need just to adjust your clothes, you can adjust your clothes. You have to take this out. So make whatever preparations you need to make for Shavasana. If where you are is not very warm, cover yourself up. Maybe cover your eyes if it's very bright. And then stretch out the arms. And stretch out the legs. Close your eyes and give yourself a good 5 to 10 minute rest at least after that steady, strong practice. Thanks for practicing with me. Namaste.